Hey guys, Weir, roadto.com. Is Trump purposefully trying to destroy the current economic system? It goes in line with the road to Ruta theory. Print money, as much money as you can possibly print, soaking up all the benefits of unbacked fiat money, building houses, roads, military, spend, spend, spend. You notice we never, ever, ever hear politicians talking about balancing the budgets anymore or getting the deficit in line. That ship has sailed long ago. So now it comes down to who can print the most. Now, is Trump trying to implode this confidence game? Again, fiat money is just confidence. You have confidence that will be worth something. You accept it for wages because you think it'll be worth something. You think your bank will be there to provide you with the money that you need when you go to the ATM. The moment that falls apart, the confidence is gone. It's built on nothing but a false sense of security. Very false. Especially because the regulators try to foster that false sense of security by allowing the rigging of markets. But here's the latest, just an inkling of what Trump has really kind of switched emphasis now. Normally he's like, oh yeah, the economy's doing great, everything's doing great, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. That's playing the confidence game. All of a sudden he flipped in December. Hint, hint, in December. Trump blames Fed for industrial slowdown spurred by fading global growth. President Trump on Monday blamed his handpicked Federal Reserve chairman for a deepening U.S. manufacturing slowdown. Trump again accused Fed Chairman Powell of hindering U.S. manufacturing by artificially inflating the value of the dollar. The dollar is a piece of shit, a POS. Not proof of stake, which is also a piece of shit, but a piece of shit. The dollar is 100% ridiculous. It's only held together by manipulation. So Trump, here he is tweeting, manufacturers are held back by strong dollar, blah, blah, blah. He's going after the Fed. Now, traditionally, historically, presidents were not allowed to go after the Fed. The Fed was supposed to be independent. We all know that the Fed is not independent. The backdoor bailouts are unbelievable these days. Now, we know about some of them. My latest post on the private road on the overnight bailouts tonight, they needed $321 billion just tonight to survive. That number will increase as we get near the end of the year so they can paint their books. Remember, end of year is when they report and have to be in line with all the guidelines of the banking system. During the quarter or the year, they can do whatever the hell they want, and they do. Watch the derivative plays of JP Morgan flopping back and forth $10 trillion like they did last year. It is crazy. More evidence. Trump is looking to smash the system. Trump to levy tariffs against Brazil and Argentina. President accuses both countries of manipulating their currencies to devalue them, but few economists agree. The number one manipulator of currencies is the United States. We control all currencies with a click of a mouse. That was Steve Mnuchin's job at Goldman Sachs, the head of IT, computer rigging of all markets. When you're the head of the Treasury, you have the Exchange Stabilization Fund, which has unlimited power to rig any market at any time for any reason. That's pretty powerful. So Trump, this is purely for show, but it's going to hurt Brazil and Argentina, obviously, that are already wobbling. President Trump said Monday he would raise tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from Brazil and Argentina, surprising financial markets and opening new front in the global trade war. Trump he's throwing out bombs in the middle of an already shaky financial system. This is just another bomb. How about this bomb of all bombs? Trump says China deal could wait until after the 2020 election. What? Wasn't the stock market rallying because of all the good news about China and U.S. making a deal? China and Trump are playing a game together against the banksters. Keep an eye on it. President Trump on Tuesday downplayed the likelihood of reaching the U.S.-China trade deal before next year's election, then shrugged off the tailspin that his remarks caused in the stock market. Insane. Speaking in London, where he was attending the NATO summit, Trump said he had no deadline to end the 16-month trade war between the world's two largest economies, which has caused economic damage for both sides. What do you mean economic damage? All the markets are at unbelievable historical bubbles. Bubble, 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 bubble. The financial markets. There is not one financial market that's not in a bubble, except silver and gold and cryptos. Bubble, 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 bubble. And it's all artificial. That's what you get when you get the head of market rigging, computer market rigging from Goldman Sachs to be your Treasury Secretary. You're going to get rigged markets 24/7 every single day. So why is Trump saying this? Is he throwing a little wrench in the spokes of that little economic computer manipulated machine? Possibly. And then he's over in NATO just doing what he was assigned to do. Trump was put in place to be the bull in the china shop. Here's the latest. NATO Trump blasts Macron's brain dead comments as nasty. Trump doesn't like the deep state guy Macron. He's, oh my God, that guy is as deep state as they get. So we could see more trade tariffs against France. So if you want your champagne, buy it now. If you want your red wine, you should be buying it from Anderson Valley anyway, where my dad's vineyard is. No, you should be buying it from California. Truthfully, there are redeeming qualities in California, and one of those is wine. But with changing temperatures, changing climate, who knows what that's going to be like in the future? We don't know. It hasn't hit the California crops of wine yet. But I think with the mini ice age that's on its way, probably will at some point. Anyway, all this Trump bashing made the stock market go down 1%. Oh my God, all the people are so used to the stock market going up and up and up are saying, oh my God, we're crashing, 1% drop. It's rigged, my friends, it's rigged. Every day in every trade, it ain't going to change until they shut down the markets. And who owns those markets? Mainly ICE. And they're criminal markets, so those people will go in jail. Goodbye Backed, goodbye all their attempts to go crypto crazy, digitizing. According to Ben, they're trying to digitize, tokenize the derivative market. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Come on, Ben. Since he said that a couple of months ago, they've added about 20 trillion in derivatives, and the tokenization of Backed is at, I think it was $6 million or something ridiculous. It ain't going to happen. But that's the key. It wasn't designed to happen. It was designed to implode. And that's exactly what's happening. There is no smooth fix. There is no way out of it. The longer you wait, the bigger the problem's going to be. And that's why Alan Greenspan in the 1990s decided to make sure that derivatives were not regulated so that the banks would take enough rope to hang themselves, and that's exactly what they did. That is exactly what they did. They are literally knee-deep in derivatives, so deep, neck deep, head deep, 10 feet under in derivatives. They cannot get out of it. All they can do is blow the bubble bigger. You cannot tokenize any of it. And it's going to take down all markets. That's why you have to have cryptos in your own possession. Right now, if you can get your silver, if you can go wake up, walk down the street to your local silver store and buy as much physical silver as you can, that's a good move. Get that stuff in your possession because that's the market that they're really going after. 6 JP Morgan traders now. 6 charged with RICO transactions. RICO meaning basically the penalties of RICO is 3 times the amount stolen. So if JP Morgan has 1 billion ounces of silver, like Ted Butler suggests, they're going to have to pay back 3 billion ounces of silver, which don't exist. At least not in any form you can get your hands on. So is it a big deal that RICO charges are being laid against 6 JP Morgan traders and a bank called Bank A still? And the senior management, one of the senior management, Blythe Masters, has not been heard from and disappeared from her crypto saving grace job. And Jamie Dimon, the criminal of all criminals, still walking the streets. That won't be for long. That's the end game. Taking silver, Right now, the big banksters who are short silver lose $1 billion for every dollar that silver goes up. If we have a $100 spike in silver, that's $100 billion the shorts will lose. Of course, they won't be in business anymore. You'll collapse, and then the whole ICE complex of exchanges, the criminal exchanges, will collapse along with the backed exchange. There's your update. If you want to understand more about what's really going on, why Trump's saying all this stuff, go to roadtoruta.com, scroll down, and you're going to see a video called Discovering the Road to Ruta. It explains everything, why it's being done, how it's being done, and the end game. Check it out. This is Big Square, roadtoruta.com. Talk to you later.